I'll follow you. We'll ride around and we'll listen for shots and then just keep trying to work your way closer. Obviously look for vehicles, or you may see a hunter in the dove field.
Yeah, we're gonna go around the dove field and come back around.
So on the Sandhills game lands, this is kind of what you would see in some of these public dove fields. This field's planted in millet, so these are some standing rows of millet, and in between you can see they've gone through and bush hogged or mowed. Definitely heard some shots behind us. So then what I would do here, I would use my map, so use something like Onyx or an Avenza map, and then kind of study the map to figure out where I think those shots are likely coming from. So this particular field is planted in millet. The fields on the Sandhills game lands this year for doves are planted in millet and corn. Each field that's planted on the game lands, it can be located on our website at ncwildlife.org. So if you're interested in hunting a public dove field, I recommend visit our website. You can look at the map there and locate a dove field, and then also recommend maybe doing some scouting ahead of time. Come out to the game lands, drive around and try to locate a field where you see some doves flying, maybe some doves sitting in some of the snags or dead trees around the field borders.
Hear those shots. It looks like we hear those shots. It looks like we go left out of here.
10-4, I'll be behind you.
Just flash your lights or something.
I'll key up on what I got.
If you locate the hunters first, just call me on common. Essentially, it needs to be a natural agricultural practice or a natural agricultural planting.
236, 206.
Go ahead on common.
Possible hunters on Curry Cemetery and Telephone Lane. Beats 1017.
10-4, I'll be 10-17 as well. If they're not shooting a lot, the shots are very sporadic, then it can make it a lot more difficult to basically pinpoint the direction the shots are coming from and to be able to find the hunt. This area that we're on here, this is considered the field trial grounds of the Sandhills game lands. So this is approximately 9,000 acres of game lands. Throughout 9,000 acres, it can be pretty difficult to locate the hunt at times. Officer Gooch is probably looking at the roadway here and trying to identify fresh vehicle tracks in the sand.
You see any fresh tracks in this road?
A lot of times you can identify fresh tracks to figure out where a vehicle may be.
So I think they're traveling the next road over.
The next road is A6 lane, so we're gonna drive towards A6 lane to see if we can locate these hunters. The longleaf pine trees that are marked with 2 stripes of white paint, those are actually red cockaded woodpecker nest trees. The red cockaded woodpecker is basically a listed species. I believe they're still listed as an endangered species, and so they pretty much do everything they can to protect those trees where they've located the nest sites. And I know commission staff and biologists, they go out and do basically walks each year to try to locate all the nest trees throughout the game lands and identify those.
It looked like they turned around at the intersection. Yeah, check to the right.
So here's some fresh tracks in front of us here. Definitely from this morning, as much rain as we're getting. There's a vehicle up there. .206, 236.
236.
I've located the dove field with the hunters in.
Yeah, that's the next one.
I have to tell Officer Gooch he's got to practice his vehicle tracking skills. So there's 2 vehicles. Park right here. And actually, I can see one of the hunters already. So that'll be probably one of the first ones we go to. This gentleman over here, he is dove hunting on one of the public fields on the Sandhills Game Land, so we did a compliance check to ensure he had the proper hunting license.
I was hoping, since I had to pay for them, somebody check them
Good
at
deal.
least one time.
There you go. I've heard that a few times. So you got your sportsman, that's perfect, and you got your HIP certification. In addition to that, they'll need a HIP certification. That stands for the Harvest Information Program, which is mandated by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The Harvest Information Program basically conducts a survey to get a gauge on hunter effort and also to try to get a better understanding or grasp of how many migratory game birds were harvested in the past year. Sir, you know what the bag limit is on doves?
15.
Good deal. Yes, sir. You're good to go. As far as a shotgun, he had a break action shotgun, so it's not capable of holding more than 3 shells. And he had not killed any doves yet, so he was within his bag limit, which is 15 per person per day. Well, I hope you have a good hunt. Have a good day. Be safe, okay? Yes, sir.
My name's Stefan Hoffrich. I'm a wildlife officer with the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission. We started off looking around, looking for hunters, and we finally located some by listening to shots. We checked his hunting license, made sure he had his HIP certification. Then we checked his plug, made sure it was not capable of holding more than 3 shells. All right, so your gun's good. 2 and a 2. Third shell.
2 and a 2. One outside. You just keep it pointing in safe direction. All right, and we'll take a look at your dove. You got a dove with you?
Checked his doves, made sure it wasn't over the limit, which is 15.
Is yours? They know who the game warden is. They get a face with that. Not just saying, hey, here comes the game warden. They know for next year or years to come, hey, that's Garrett.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, here comes one. Here comes another one.